So if we are making 120,000 a year, and that is just us, like if I work at the local wing stop and I'm making enough money for us to live, but just barely, right? Or is it wrong for me to say no? I don't want to make the 10 grand a month that my beautiful girlfriend, we're just.
It's not wrong if you're okay with it.
But I'd only be okay with it because I need the money.
Because
or I
the
think
money
I
is
need
good.
The money.
Okay. The thing of it is that there's gonna come a point where age is what it is. People get older.
Okay.
She's not gonna make that money pretty soon. Meanwhile, she didn't apply herself into anything that was beneficial, like a college degree, making multiple master's degrees and all that. That could lead until her 50s, 60s, 70s because she applied herself into that.
Or
yet,
even joining the military, something that you can grow into.
Right, and that could be a whole different topic about how would you feel about your significant other joining the military, knowing the strains that it puts on the relationship. I got one for you. I just thought of it. Your significant other, she wants to join the military. She wants to go on OnlyFans where no one will be touching her. She's just going to be showing herself off. Which one are you choosing? Which one are you recommending?
So if there is, because there's all sorts of new words that go with OnlyFans. So if she's just doing solo work, she's not doing BFGF stuff, boyfriend, girlfriend, or threesome or whatever. She's just, and even so, some of those models, like you said earlier, just have something in their crack and it's called a thong, and that's somehow legal or not legal, but
it's not nudity.
Yes, thank you. It's not nudity, and that again makes me crazy. But I right now, in my position that I am right now, I would say the military. I am a little bit partial to the military. Obviously, we were part of it. We're both retired from it. I couldn't imagine doing anything else with my life. That said, oh man, having 120 grand, 10 grand a month, there is so much I could do with that. But then again, I'm selling, it's not just my body or her body, we're selling our souls. This was porn, stripping, escorts, the oldest job in known universe, prostitution.
Occupation known to man.
That works for some people. I also think that people don't give the military a harder look. I used my GI Bill and I got educated and I was able to better myself because of what at least the U.S. military was offering us. For women, it's they can do that too, but guys don't. We're dogs. We just want to do everything, and I want to be that guy on the video going, riding or whatever. But if we really get down to it, you may not feel as a man like it's a bad thing for you to be on camera, but it's difficult to know that there isn't men out there that are saying, oh, it's okay, and they're just simping because they want the money. There is a individual that has a very prominent podcast and show that even the Godfather Kevin Samuels went on. His take on this dating situation in OnlyFans was him and his wife are monogamous off camera. And but on video she's getting down with a couple more dudes that aren't even him, and he's done the same with other women. Okay. And that's something that I just do not understand. Why
It all comes down to what your personal choice of what you want. Well, people, they can not like it all they want.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, in higher paying jobs and higher hierarchy of hierarchy, whatever the word I'm looking for, they look at that stuff. They look at your social media postings, period. Your political leanings, the stuff you're posting about, the jokes that you make that may come across as, maybe misogynist or racist or
Sure.
just inappropriate in general.
These videos.
And so you are, when you say you're selling your soul, you're definitely selling your integrity.
Oh, that's better
You
way
are
of
absolutely selling your integrity. And let's be honest, you talk about the girl making $10,000 a month. She ain't doing it by herself. These are the girls who have mates on video. And if you're in an open relationship where even if it's just on camera, she's getting all the other dudes and all that, okay. But maybe one day when she's 30 years old and decide that, you know what, I'm kind of past that now. I had my fun, I had it, and all of a sudden she's available for any potential hiring person can look at and like, oh my God, this is what I'm getting into,
And that's just the employer.
And it could be used against her.
Should it be
It's
used
not
against
legal. Her? It's not legal, but sure, they can. You could sit there like, well, I need you to do this. This video is going to find its way all over to every other adjoining company we work with. It's used as blackmail.
Blackmail.
So when you say you're selling your soul, there's may not literally, but there's a lot of truth to it.
You're selling maybe an intangible, but still part of you.
Right.
There's, people lose their virginity, and we call it losing their innocence. And there's certainly some truth to that, especially if you come at from the religious side and practice what you preach. I couldn't imagine having kids with somebody who's been selling themselves.
Oh, there, you just said the kid's word.
Oh, see?
You just said the kid's word.
That
And
changes
now,
things.
little Johnny, 13, 14 years old, he knows how to use the computer. He knows how to find porn. And what does he find?
Mommy!
Mommy.
Oh, mommy and daddy!
Or mommy and another dude. That's not daddy. That has to be one of the most, if you're going to have kids, that has to be one of the most ultimate things you have to consider is what if your kids find this stuff? And what are you teaching them? That it's okay to sell your body? Because what if she has a daughter, 15, 16 years old? Mommy, why'd you do that? Because I made a lot of money. Really? So guess what she's going to be doing? If she's of age or not, Next thing you know, you've told them that selling your body is you've set the precedent that you can't get back from because you're a hypocrite. Because I can't imagine any mom out there being okay with their daughter once she hits the age of 18 selling herself on OnlyFans. And that's where the real hypocrisy comes in. They may say, well, you can't judge me. Okay, how about your kids? Well, if they start doing it, blah, 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 blah.
I would never teach my kids.
Yeah.
Funny how that works. I just having the money is one thing, and here I am, my confession on video. I'm a money whore. I am a whore for only money. But all jokes aside, as much as I want to tell myself the money is great. So hey babe, keep going, do what you do because I want that money. At the end of the day, it's kind of her money, so...
Sure, because once she finds out, I'm making 10 grand a year, what do I need you for? I got all these hot dudes hitting on me. I can have any dude I want. You're working at Buffalo Reefs or you're working at Wingstop? I can upgrade. How do I know? Look at all these comments on my OnlyFans page.
And there it is. The difference between guys and girls. Girls are saying, "Hey, look at all the guys that I can be with on the OnlyFans." But what they don't seem to understand or don't care to understand is, yeah, those guys will get down with you, but I think it's safe to say the majority would not be having a relationship.
No, they don't care about trying to have a relationship with
They
you.
just want to.
They want to hit it. They want you. That your wife goes to the company Christmas party on Friday, and they did nothing but watch her nude videos all week. So she's in her cocktail dress or whatever she's wearing, and whether they're imagining the video they watched the night before, that's all they see. She is a piece of meat. They don't want to be treated like pieces of meat. They don't want to be objectified until they objectify themselves. But then they say, well, it's their body, so they can do what they want. I'm like, okay, but you know what you're encouraging, right? The very thing you hate.
Well, and you said something earlier that made me think of Inception. When we were talking about the relationships of having an individual who wants to go out and do other sexual things. What you was it? Open the door, planting the seed. Oh man, now I think I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah, it's creating the precedence, yeah.
Creating the precedence. If you want to have a halfway monogamous relationship, if you've opened the door, like, hey, I want a threesome. Oh, hey, I want a threesome. It's all consensual. Great. But I think the point that at least I was getting from you was you've opened the door to having, it's okay for her to go out and find another girl.
Once you include someone else in the bedroom, the seed has been planted to go ahead.
Yes.
And yeah, you can always say stuff, well, I'll always let you know before I'm going to do it, or always get your consent before. I don't know if I believe that.
What,
you know?
What if I'm sleeping?
Yeah.
What if I'm at work doing things and I can't answer the phone?
What if I don't consent to it in regards to our marriage, and all of a sudden you're holding it against me? But you let it happen this time. You know, it's my body. You don't get to decide when I can and can't do it. And actually, in the confines of our relationship, you can decide. That's why you can't open the door. You can't set the precedence, because the second you open that door, you have decided that it's okay. And this whole bullshit BS about, oh, we're just going to always talk to, we'll always be open to each other, we'll always, be honest with each other. Human beings are human beings. We're sexual creatures. From the beginning, we're going to have those thoughts cross our mind, and all of a sudden, he already let it once. Maybe I'm allowed one mistake. And maybe he'll forgive me.
And then he forgives me. Maybe I'm allowed one more, and then one more. Like you
or
said.
Maybe I keep doing it until I get caught, and I may have done it 10 times till he found out about it.
Ooh.
You know?
So, okay, from the man's point of view, is that considered jealousy? Is he jealous because
No.
his girl is able to make money by shaking her ass on webcam? Is he
Well,
is he like
jealousy and insecure, I don't think are so much the same thing. He's not jealous because she's not with anybody. Yeah, he's probably may get upset at some of the comments and all the little things that are being directed toward her and all that. But to me, being insecure, he's probably definitely insecure. But if you already established the parameters and the boundaries of your relationship, I am not okay with this. Then, and she doesn't do it, there's no problem. If she does it anyway, now you got problems in your relationship, period. And that's not insecurity. That's just you set boundaries and you're violating them.
Because since there's 2 points of view, the male point of view and the female point of view, in what I would call traditional relationships, because I can't get into all the other stuff. I don't know enough about it. because I want to say yes, I would be jealous of other guys, but at the same time, they could just be keyboard warriors nonetheless, keyboard warriors,
They're not warriors.
or they're just. I mean, if some guy in California says, "Oh, I could retire you," and this and that, just on the webcam, whatever, or on the OnlyFans, or sliding into the DMs. If I am the boyfriend of that, it's like, wait a minute, I have a problem with other guys telling you.
Well, the question is this. It comes down to, are you doing this because you need the constant attention? And I know people who need the constant attention. And if you're doing it to get that constant attention, then we've got other problems, because you're not going to just do it by replying to people's comments.
Right.
You're going to seek that attention any way you can. Major red flag. I don't know if you can put somewhere in science or include a new word for attention whore, but that is absolutely a toxic identifier for a toxic relationship.
Sure.
Um,
Man.
so I would sit there and I'm like, okay, are you doing this because you crave all these hot things or these nasty things that you claim are an objectification? That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
But I guess the woman gets to decide what's objectifying, what's not, because she's okay with it. Down to the person. If she likes this guy saying it, but this guy's not allowed to because he's hot or whatever and he's not, then there's these huge blurred lines about what objectification is.
So,
And
it just, I don't understand how. Is it the culture? Is it, the 18, 19, 21-year-olds who are putting themselves out there straight out of high school? Like, it just. Can you learn a little bit more about yourself? If you haven't had but 3 different boyfriends in your life, and then you jump into, all sorts of OnlyFans stuff. What's that teaching you about actually holding a relationship together?
you shouldn't be in a relationship if you're doing it for the attention. Now, there are a lot of girls who are young and want attention and crave attention. Do your thing. And if you're with a dude who's cool with it, then I guess you keep doing his thing. He's going to be cool with it until, he decides he's not, and he can stick around or he can not. But when a man, me and you, see this girl shaking her booty on whatever website it happens to be, or she's doing even more, we have to make a decision. Am I okay with my coworkers seeing this? Am I okay with my kids seeing this later on in life?
Kids.
And that's what, and that's why it sounds hypocritical why we enjoy watching stuff until it's our own wife, we don't want her. Yeah, it sounds hypocrisy, but we're taking these things into consideration.
Sure. Well, and you bring up the kids. Let's say little Johnny is 5 years old now. So are any of his friends gonna see stuff? No. Are any of the parents of the 5-year-old friends, are they gonna see it? Probably not. But once the kids are getting older and little Johnny hits puberty, and then
That's exactly what I'm saying. He's going to figure out how to use the internet.
And they're gonna see.
And they're going to see
Mom.
mommy. Mommy, who's that guy you're with? That's not dad.
That's not dad.
And they get to see parts of mommy that they should never see.
Ugh.
Otherwise, you might as well walk around the house naked because they're going to see you anyway eventually.
And this isn't about body shaming as much as it is
It's not about body shaming at all. No.
It's more about actual shame. Like have some, cover yourself up or something. And God, that just makes me sound like I'm a Giga Chad trying to push traditional whatever.
This has
And
nothing
maybe
to
I
do
am.
with that.
It
Has nothing to do.
yeah.
I don't know what else I have to add to it. It's just,
It is terrible. But Warriors, please like, subscribe.